Hi everyone, my name is Peter Roman. I'm the owner of EQ Consulting International here in Orlando, Florida. EQ Consulting is a consulting company, a business consulting company based on neuroscience, which means that we help you to understand your customer's brain, how he buy, not how you sell, um, what's going on in his brain that will help you, give you an advantage to sell uh, whatever he never think he comes to purchase. And right now, the the situation or the position that we are at this point with this whole crisis, or people call a plague, people call a unfortunate situation, for me and the way that I see, it is a great opportunity, and not it's not a cliche. It's a great opportunity to start fixing, start putting your brain inside your customer's brain. Your brain is a promise that you make to your customer, but so many times we don't have any spare time to check what is this promise, what is our brain, what is the story that we're telling to your customer. And at this point, for real, and again, it's not another cliche, but you have the option of crying with the pain or doing something. So again, the sentence, some people cry and some people sell tissues, is very, very, very pertinent to the time that we're living. So I love this Zig Ziglar sentence that you're seeing, statement that you see in your screen. Your attitude nor your aptitude will determine your altitude. Why? Because now it's time for action. It's not time to, oh, let me see everything that I know from theory, from everything, and see if we can do something to get out of this crisis and just focusing on the crisis. You're not going to fly high if you just think about selling your product. Oh, I'm not going to make money. I need to make money. I need to sell. I need to sell. I need to sell. I need to sell. That won't work at this time. You need to have a different approach. And for having a different approach, my invitation to you is bear with me for 15 minutes and I'll give you some concepts that you can use on your sports endeavors, events, products, and so forth. So the first thing that I want to tell is that people love to buy. Since we're young and we go to the shopping centers, the first thing that we ask our moms and dads is, can I buy something? We don't even know what we want to buy, but we want to buy something. Why? Because once you buy something, you give a gift to yourself and you release inside your brain a neurotransmitter called dopamine, which is the drug of happiness, prediction of happiness, and is addictive, and you like more and more and more, and that's why we keep purchasing and purchasing and purchasing. This is the great news. The not so great news is that people love to buy, but they don't love, they hate you to sell to them. But we need to sell. We need to sell our products, our services. We need to, otherwise we're going to get out of business, right? So how to do that? Let me give you another sentence, another statement from Zig Ziglar. Stop selling and start helping. Duh, Peter. Yeah, that I know. You do? For real? Your attitude from home, it's helping your customer? I just talked to a neighbor. I said exactly that to him. Say, yeah, I'm telling my customers that I can send my prints. He works with a printing shop. Give 50% discount and send without any um, prices for shipping. It's still selling. It's not helping. What is the help factor there? So in order to help your customer, you need to understand what goes on inside his brain. The cell doesn't work. You have to understand how he buys. Your shop doesn't sell. Your on-site or your online website doesn't sell. The selling happens inside your customer brain, and it should be called a buying process, not a selling process. So let's understand a little bit about the customer, shall we? We are predictably irrational. What I'm talking about, Harvard University of Economics came up with a number. 95% of our decision making is subconscious. It's made on an irrational side, on an emotional side. But the good news are, although it's irrational, it's predictably. You can predict. We act the same way so many times, although it's irrational. So what we need to know in order to master this kind of information. I don't have time. I have 15 minutes to talk to you guys. But I'm going to give you some hints, okay? And the first one is that we are irrational and we do not act for the future. We act for the present. So our economy is economy of now. And that is why it's so hard to sell insurance. It's so hard to sell gym affiliations, because I want to see myself slim right now, not tomorrow. I work, I'm affiliated to a gym called Orange Theory here. And they figured that out. Right now, they're not figuring that out that easy, because they're selling me workouts to do at home. But if I'm the kind of guy that want to be stimulated to do a workout, and that's why I go to the gym, and I have people around me, send me a workout to do at home, will not going to work. I need the dopamine. I need the instant gratification. What they do at the gym, you have a heart monitor, you see your heartbeat on the screen, you see how many calories you're burning, and you see your splat points. What are the splat points? They tell that if you go 12 splat points over, you can burn up to 48 hours fat after your exercise. This is instant gratification. And now they're sending me exercises to do at home. It's not the same. Even though, because I don't have people to compete against, and we are competitive. So two things. We work with the economy of now. We need gratification to keep on going because we love to win things. And we love to compete. Wow, we're talking about sports, right? We suffer more when we lose money than rejoice when we win. Another great tip. Our brain is wired to look for the problems, to look for the negative information, for whatever can menace our life. We have two drives, to survive and to reproduce. Our brain is very evolved, but 95% of that doesn't work this way. So you want to sell something to your customer, you have to talk about the suffering first and how can you avoid this to him. That's the best way of doing. Right now, what is the hardest? What are you suffering about? Our consumption behavior, desire, perception, purchase of use of products has biological basis, hormones or neurotransmitters. We favor choices that mean small rewards today instead of big rewards in the future. But I was asking you, what is our suffering today? We lost our freedom, right? We lost our freedom. And that's what is creating the suffering. Sports gives you a lot of freedom. But how can you do sports at home? Well, not everybody is confined in apartments. And even though the ones that are confined in apartments have a way to create a mini gym. And you that had the knowledge of how to build a small gym out of things like that, start helping your customer. Give examples, call them, say, hey, do you have this, I don't know, a pet, a 2-liter pet of soda or something like that? Fill it up with whatever you have at home and try to do like dumbbells with that. So you help them to get in shape. But we can go a little over that. But first, Understand another thing. People buy emotion and justify with reason. So right now, if they think they lost their freedom, if you give them to give some product, some activity to them that can give the impression of freedom again, they'll be happy again and they will come back to get more and more and more. Why? Dopamine, I explained to you so far. So I have a customer that sell events, sports events, running marathons, triathlons and stuff. You cannot do none of this, right? There is no way to have people together doing that. Well, we came up with an idea of doing that online, not online running. You have a task. You have to run 5K. I don't know if you're going to run in your apartment. I don't know if you're going to run in your condo, in your community, if you do have space for that. And I trust that you're not going to cheat. Because in the end, it's not about if you win or not, if you're cheating. Because if you're cheating, you can put the numbers there and be the winner. But inside of you, you know that you're cheat, so you're not going to be that happy. But when you run 5K and give the information of how long did it take, 30 minutes, 28 minutes, 27 minutes, 40 minutes, and you compare to the others, you are competing. And again, you are feeling that you are competing against somebody else, although you cannot see it, although you cannot touch, but you have this connection. And that's why we're missing. We're missing empathy. We're missing connection. We're missing talk to the others. So when you participate in something, which is another need that psychology tells us, we need to participate. We lack of participation makes us feel sad and depressed, and that leads to a lot of diseases. So if you just create something like that for your customer, he'll play. Another customer that I have, it's on traveling agents. She cannot sell anything, but at this time she can help people to distract, because people are so scared listening to news that are not healthy. So what I told her, okay, if your next destination that you want to sell, once everything is clear, it's Spain, do a scavenger hunt. Put like 30 people in a Zoom room and do a scavenger hunt and ask everybody to search in their houses for something from Spain, especially if you purchase that something when you were traveling with your agents. So once they're all together, they start comparing whatever they have. They feel happy because everyone has something to tell about Spain. They spend a good time together. It's a reunion. You talk to a lot of people. You see a lot of faces, although they are not in front of you, but they are reacting to what you say, and this fulfill your need of belonging to something. And the best thing, the beauty of it, once everything is clear, the brand that they're gonna think about when they want to go to Spain is your brand, because you put that little information and especially emotion inside their brain. So what I'm talking about here, guys, it's basically this. We're reaching the 15 minutes. On a scale of 1 to 5, a customer who scores 4 is six times more likely to disappear than a customer who scores you 5. In order to have a 5, what you need to do? You need to go above and beyond. You need to take care of every single detail. And today, in the situation that we are, you need to help, not to sell. As much as you help, as much as you're present in your customer's brain, your brand will be recovered like this when everything goes back to normal. Loyalty is generated by remarkable things that you don't expect. So they expect you to sell. When you go and just help, you create what we call a wow moment. Wow, that just blew my mind. And why? Why do we do that? When customers are just satisfied, They don't have stories to tell. Our brain sticks to stories, to images. Don't stick to words, don't stick to numbers. Stick to stories, because stories create emotion and we buy emotion. So just to finish, if we don't do something special for our customers, they won't remember us. And my friends, if they don't remember us, why should they come back? They were not gonna come back. And I hope that after listening to me and seeing some reasoning aspects and statements, you start doing something to help your customer, not to sell your product, to help your customer. And if you need some help, these are my contacts. Thank you very much and have a blessed week.